substances all over our streets. Every American should care.
Fentanyl kills more than 100,000 people every year. The Biden administration's rolling back pandemic-era food benefits as food prices continue soaring with inflation. Cairo's Bridget Chavez is near Seattle.
Leticia Brito is facing the harsh reality that soon she and her son may not have enough to eat. Brito says before the pandemic, she and her son got $25 per month. With the boost, they've been getting about $300.
What is really worrying me right now is having a cut down on the food that I'm going to have to buy so I can have enough money to pay my rent.
Parts of California are struggling to dig out of several feet of snow right now. In fact, some passengers got snowed in at a Greyhound station in Sacramento and say they've been stuck there for days.
It's a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare. We're missing our families. We're missing our jobs. We're missing our homes and our animals.
Eli Lilly will cut prices by 70% for some of its most prescribed insulins later this year and says it plans to give more patients immediate access to a cap on the cost they pay to fill those prescriptions. That's a big deal since many end up paying more than $1,000 a year for the drug. Utah Republican Mike Lees had quite a day on Twitter. CBS's Steve Futterman explains.
The congressman began the day with his personal Twitter account intact. Then suddenly it was knocked off, replaced with the words account suspended. Whatever the problem was, it didn't last long. Lee's personal account was soon back up. Lee tweeted that he still hasn't been told what happened. His official congressional Twitter account was never affected.
Elon Musk actually says Lee's personal account was incorrectly flagged as impersonation. This is CBS News.
Nobody should have to pay for one-size-fits-all insurance coverage. Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance so you only pay for what you need. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Tomorrow is opening day at the 2023 Florida Strawberry Festival with Jimmy Sturr and his orchestra at 10:30, the Oak Ridge Boys at 3:30. And Walker Hayes at 7:30 on the Wish Farm Soundstage.
Yeah, we fancy like Applebee's on a date night.
Also, it's Florida Blues Seniors Day. Seniors 60 and over get $2 off regular gate admission. On the Midway, it's O'Reilly Auto Parts Ride-a-thon Day. Present a voucher for participating O'Reilly Auto Parts stores and save $5 off the $25 wristband. Plus, get a voucher for a free Polar Pop at Circle K with each Midway wristband purchase. Hundreds of exhibits, arts and crafts, free entertainment, awesome food, and our delicious strawberry shortcake. Get details and tickets today at flstrawberryfestival.com or visit a participating Publix supermarket for discount admission tickets. The 2023 Florida Strawberry Festival. We have a winner.
Shenyun, a performance that truly matters to every one of us, is coming March 7th through April 2nd to Mahaffey Theater, St. Petersburg, and RP Funding Center, Lakeland. Shenyun revives 5,000 years of civilization through choreographed dance, music combining Western and Chinese instruments, and dynamic 3D backdrop. Come and see it once in your lifetime. Tickets at shenyun.com/FL.
Hi, this is Jay Leno. Hey, this is Ted Nugent. Hi, everybody. This is David Hobbs. Hi, this is Bob Marshall. Hey, this is Danny the Count Coker. Hey, this is comedian, author, and most importantly, vintage race car driver Adam Carolla.
Hi, this is Shirley Cha-Cha Muldowney.
I'm John Forrest.
Hey, this is Jack Roush.
And you're listening to Nostalgic Radio and Cars.
That's Nostalgic Radio and Cars with the most fascinating and legendary names in motorsports every Tuesday from 7 to 8 p.m. right here on the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Hi, this is Prior Smith speaking from Toronto with an invitation to join me Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. and 12 noon for Canada Calling, the daily update of news from home for vacationing Canadians, right here on WTAN Clearwater Dunedin, 1340 AM and 106.1 FM, on WDCF in Dade City, 1350 and 102.3 FM, and on WZHR in Zephyr Hills at 1400 and 104.3 FM. That's Canada Calling on the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Thinking about starting your own business? Then you need to listen to the Entrepreneur Opportunity Hour every Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. There's nothing more rewarding than starting your own business. Gene and Mr. Dukes will bring you tips and advice from themselves and other entrepreneurs that will help you get started. Have you already started your own business? Then call in and share your story to help other entrepreneurs. That's the Entrepreneur Opportunity Hour every Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. right here on the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Are you a writer, inventor? Do you have questions about your intellectual property rights? Well, tune in every Tuesday and Thursday morning at 11 o'clock for Joy on Paper. Once a month, I will have a special guest, the writer's legal eagle, Bill Larson of Larson & Larson, who can answer your questions. Protect your valuable work. Email me your questions to patsy.radio@gmail.com and then listen in every Tuesday and Thursday at 11 a.m. right here on Tampa Bay's Tan Talk Radio Network. That's patsy.radio@gmail.com.
We're back in Dade City. Your adventure begins at the Bay Area Renaissance Festival. 8 stages of exciting and hilarious entertainment. Full contact live armored jousting, mermaids, fairies, pirates, Vikings, and more. Endless shopping at more than 100 different artesian booths. The Bay Area Renaissance Festival. Family fun for all. Weekends, February 19th through April 3rd. Mark your calendars and get your tickets now at BayAreaRenFest.com.
Tampa Bay's Tan Talk. Entertaining and informative radio for the Sunshine State.
You're listening to the radio. People all over the world.
The downtown trains are full, full of all them Brooklyn girls. He took the midnight train going anywhere. He's leaving on that midnight train to Georgia. Leaving on the midnight train, baby, on the downtown train. Come on, baby, let's go listen to the night train. Come on, baby. Chugga, motion like a railroad train now. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. Hey, you! This is Dance Reaction. Let's go to the disco by train. Have a nice trip. I'm on a train. I met a dame. She was a hipster. Wanna rock up Jane. She was pretty from New York City. The train gets rolling all night long. The train gets rolling all night long. The train gets rolling all night long. Let's train to London. Just hit it out. Come on, ride it, train. And ride it. Come on, ride it, train. And shoot and ride it. Come on, ride it, train. And shoot and ride it. Come on, ride it, train. And shoot and ride it. Come on, ride it, train. And shoot and ride it. Get your ticket. Don't you miss it.
Don't touch that dial. The Chapters Wrap with psychologist Steve Vaccaro starts now.
This is the Love Train. Don't touch that dial here. We're on Tan Talk Radio Network all over Clearwater, St. Petersburg, and Tampa Bay. AM 1340, AM 1350, AM 1400, FM 106.1, and FM 104.3. TanTalkNetwork.com. We're on the Chapters Wrap with Steve Vaccalo's Facebook page and YouTube, and we're on various cable stations. If you want to jump aboard this Love Train, please do at 727-441-3000. That's 727-441-3000. And we have shifted things a little bit because tonight's show And every week, every Wednesday, the Chapters Wrap Drive Time Live on the radio from 6 to 6:30. We'll be on the air from 6:30 to 7. We have a dynamite show that's starting tonight with Jill Martin, worth the price of admission, from 7 to 7:30. Orestes Destrada, the Ozone, has his great show, and that will start on our network tonight. The Big O will be in studio there in Clearwater. And from 7:30 to 8, Reach Out Radio with myself, Ray Negron, 50 years in baseball, and Robbie Robinson, Frankie Valli's musical director and an amazing keyboardist. He's the maestro that makes Frankie Valli's music in the Four Seasons so very great. But tonight, our topic is, why is it important to pay it forward? And how do you pay it forward? But before we get to that, we have some business to take care of. This is a nonprofit program, Chapters Community Support Services, and we kind of work with people and families, individuals and families up and down the East Coast, but predominantly in New York and Florida, through networking, support, collaboration, and platform. Our program has been in existence for several decades, and our network of shows has been around for a couple of years since the pandemic first started. So this is our first time we're doing a half-hour show tonight, and we're going to be in Florida. Bat Boy, Chapters Community Support Services presents Bat Boy Returns in Spring Hill on March 18th and March 19th. Ray Negron, Orestes Destrada will be there too, and many, many surprises. So you'll have to stay tuned in the next couple of weeks to figure out who's going to be there. We have 2 shows in Florida. Then we're going to hightail it back to New York on March 31st on Long Island. Dwight the Doc Gooden will be in attendance. Bat Boy Returns at the Knights of Columbus in Floral Park. We'll be in Baltimore, Maryland at the Babe Ruth Museum on July 29th. The Yankees are in town with the Baltimore Orioles down in Camden Yards. So we'll be there in the middle of that series. And we're also going to be in Staten Island with Mr. Staten Island, Vinny Magnuno, who has a radio show on WABC Radio in New York, has his own show, and he'll be in that performance on May 19th at Port Richmond High School in Staten Island. So there's a lot of great things happening, but let's start this whole show off here. Why is it important to pay it forward? We're going to have the phone lines are going to be open all night, and I want to get Anna and Bobby, our amazing engineers, on the screen here. And Anna first, and then Bobby. Why is it important to pay it forward, Anna?
Well, good evening, Steve. Good evening, everyone. It's very important to actually pay it forward because, you know, along the way, we have a lot of situations, or we may present ourselves with having a lot of challenges in life, and sometimes unexpectedly. There are a lot of people that help you along the way to become a better person and to really do good in this world. So in order to really keep that karma going, you know, you just got to pay it forward. And that's something that's very important to me, because along the way, I've gone through a lot, and I just feel it's natural and the faithful way of doing justice to all the people that have helped me to just pay it forward.
But it's very important. We met a couple of years back because of your efforts working within a school district, but within the special ed system within that school. And I think that, you know, individuals with disabilities, they need that additional support or that voice. And you do such a wonderful job with that group and just what you do for the network, because we're a nonprofit. What you do technically and with your graphic design, you're really helping so many people get their voice heard. So Anna, thank you so much.
I appreciate it. And thank you, Steve, because without this with you running this organization, I don't think many of us would be able to have this platform. So shout out to all of the students at West Orange High School, because, you know.
There you go. And also Florida. And Bobby is behind the glass in Clearwater. He's our amazing engineer there. Bobby, why is it important for you to pay it forward and what exactly you do to pay it forward.
Well, to answer the second part of that question, through random acts of kindness, I would say are a good quick little way to feel good about paying it forward and get that satisfaction in your life. But the reason why it's important is because the ladder to success, you climb that slowly, but you can fall down it very quickly. So as you pay it forward, as you're climbing that ladder of success, you will find that you'll have more people to catch you if you have that little fall, as opposed to hitting rock bottom or something. Your support team is always there, and you're building it and you're expanding it when you pay it forward.
Now, Bobby, you're the engineer over there at Tan Talk in Clearwater, and I'm sure you've seen lots of shows come and go or maintain, and you probably see a lot of advocacy shows. It must feel good to support those efforts because you're supporting them, which is supporting so many people out there.
It does. Because the radio is such a powerful thing, and there's we have such a large area that we reach here in the Tampa Bay area. By helping the shows, produce their best work, I'm helping them do their mission, carry out, whatever they're doing on the radio. And it's a rewarding experience.
Well, Bobby, you're the absolute best, along with Anna and Carmine, who's not on the show tonight, but we make a great team. And I'm so thankful that we've joined forces with you and the administration, the ownership, Lola over there, and all the great shows at Tan Talk, because we have the best is yet to come. So Bobby and Anna, thank you so very much. And we're just going to take phone calls because it's going to be a quick show. We don't have a lot of time here. And I believe we have a reporter, Sarah Nachin there. Sarah, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Thank you for joining here, the Chapters Wrap Wednesday night live drive time here. Now, Sarah, you're a reporter in the Spring Hill area, correct?
Yes, that's correct. I work for the Hernando Sun. It's a weekly newspaper.
And the work that you do must reach out to so many people. And I want to thank you because I understand that you completed the article for our Bat Boy Return show on March 18th. Why is it important for you to pay it forward?
Well, for myself, I've been blessed with so many advantages, and I feel that it's necessary to pay it forward. My dad, who helped me tremendously, he always told me, don't worry about paying me back. Pay it forward. Do something for someone else. But rather than pat myself on the back, I want to mention a couple of people who really epitomize the concept of paying it forward. And one is a personal friend of mine who lives here in Hernando County. His name is Gus Guadagnino, and he's a business owner, and he's been active in the community for several decades. He was raised in a close-knit, loving Italian family, and his father and grandfather both served in the military, but he didn't have an opportunity to serve. So in 2017, he saw a need for veterans who are suffering from post-traumatic stress. So he founded a nonprofit organization called Veterans Heat Factory, and he expanded it to include first responders. The word HEAT is actually an acronym that stands for honoring, empowering, assisting, and training. He used his own money primarily at first and a lot of his time to get it started. But with the help of psychological counselors and other professionals, they devised a 14-week program that would deal with all aspects of PTSD. And this organization has literally saved people's lives. All of the people that work in the Heat Factory are volunteers, and the entire program is free of charge to the clients. But he's helped these men and women overcome addictions in some cases and made them productive members of society. Now, I also want to segue into another person who also epitomizes the concept of paying it forward, and that's Ray Negron. And he happened to meet you, Steve, and then from meeting you, you put Gus and Ray together. And Ray's story is amazing, and you can read all about it on the internet. But basically, he was a teenager in 1973 when he met George Steinbrenner after he was caught painting graffiti on the walls of Yankee Stadium. Instead of pressing charges, he gave Ray a job as a bat boy, and Ray has been with the Yankees in various capacities ever since there. And Ray's mission is to help people through his charitable work. So when the two of you met, Steve, you collaborated on a musical play about Ray's life called Bat Boy Returns. And it's been performed all over the East Coast, and all the proceeds go to charity and nonprofit organizations. So, as I said, Steve was introduced to Gus, and he offered to bring the show to Spring Hill. And it's going to be performed for one night only here in Spring Hill, March 18th at 7:30. And by the way, the tickets have been reduced in price. Tickets are just $10 now for adults and children. We wanted to make it more affordable for more people. And all the proceeds will go to Veterans Heat Factory. And there'll be a number of sports celebrities there. And of course, Ray himself will be there. You won't want to miss this great evening.
No, not at all.
I'm
And
sorry.
I want to thank you very much for reaching out to us. And I understand the article that you wrote is coming out either tomorrow or on Friday. How do people get the Hernando Sun?
Well, here in Hernando County, they can purchase the newspaper at various grocery stores and CVS and Walgreens. And you can also subscribe to the paper and have it mailed to you every week. In fact, you get it early. You get it on Thursdays before the Friday paper comes out. And our subscriptions are very reasonable. And we have I focused on a lot of the feel-good stories. That's what they've been called. I have 4 articles in the paper this week, and they each highlight a person who is making a difference in the community or who has made a difference in the community. So I enjoy meeting these people and writing their stories and sharing the good news, because we hear so much bad news. So I like to share the good news.
No doubt, no doubt. And Sarah, I want to thank you very much for taking a few moments here to talk about Gus's work at Heat. Also to remind people to share the story of Ray Negron, who 50 years in baseball, in 1973, that all happened when he spray painted graffiti on Yankee Stadium. 50 years later now, we're going to be in your neck of the woods on March 18th and March 19th. So very excited to have you you're going to be in the audience that night, so you'll get the chance to meet Ray Negron. Orestes Destrada is going to be involved, and a couple other surprises that we're going to announce as the next couple of weeks unfold. So, Sarah, thank you so very, very much for joining us here tonight.
Can I just mention real quick how they can get the tickets?
Of course.
Okay, you just go to it's easy, www.veteransheatfactory.com.
Well, Sarah, thank you so very much. And I'm sure we're going to see you real soon, maybe as soon as next week. So, Sarah, thank you very much. Keep up the great work at the Hernando Sun there.
Right.
We also have another caller.
And thanks for taking my call.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
I think we have Diane's on the line. Diane, why is it important to pay it forward for you?
Hey, Steve, how you doing? To everybody there. Thanks for having me on.
Drive Time Live on the radio here, 727-441-3000. So, Diane, why is it important for you to pay it forward?
You know, Steve, I'm going to keep it short and simple. It's just part of my faith. And I'm not even going to say what my faith is, because I would venture a guess that no matter what faith you belong to on this earth, you're called to love and serve and each other. Love and serve each other. So, I mean, and I think everyone can resonate with that. We just have to take care of each other in one way or another through, what one of your other guests said, random acts of kindness, or, that gentle push from behind to help you succeed, or giving voices and, amplifying people's voices and visibility, to what your other caller alluded to with the people serving the veterans. I mean, there are just so many ways to love and serve. And no matter what your faith, it's sure it's a tenet of your faith, and it's a tenet of mine, and that's why it's important to me.
So Diane, how do you pay it forward? What's the ways that you paid it forward throughout your life and career and even now?
I'm a nurse by profession, so the skills and the experiences I have as a nurse are really gifts that then I can use throughout my community and all over the world to love and serve. So I am most grateful for my volunteer service that others have provided these opportunities for me to go and volunteer all over the world in love and service to my brothers and sisters all over the world. Medical care, Ebola campaign when we had that outbreak in 2014, 2015. I got to serve our brothers and sisters suffering from Ebola, serve the refugees in Greece when the borders were closed to the Syrian refugees and they were stuck in Greece. Just so many opportunities, and all because I'm a nurse. And I'm grateful not only for my work as a nurse, but then my volunteer work as a nurse as well. I mean, it's just a beautiful way to use your talents and your gifts and your skills to serve others.
Well, Diane, thank you for sharing a few moments with us, and I look forward to meeting you down the road, and God bless and continue your ways of paying it forward.
Thank you, Steve. Good night, everyone.
Thank you. 727-441-3000. We're running out of time, but we have George is on the line. George, why is it important for you to pay it forward?
Why is it important for me? Because I'm kind of just a person that does something like that. When you surround yourself with people like you, my friend Troy Stevenson down here, the Wesley Chapel Rotary, all the organizations you get involved in, these are the people that are the doers and the achievers, and they kind of inspire you to do a lot of stuff. It's just, you pay it forward, you feel good about yourself, and you're helping people, even in small ways, just opening doors for people, allowing somebody into traffic without making them fight you to get in. Just, you look and you see a smile, and it's a nice payback just for doing. You can do small little things to pay it forward. You do big things. I've got a group here that does what they do is a $50 lunch up in Hernando County. Everybody who goes leaves a $50 tip for the waitress. And sometimes that rolls into some big, big money. And you don't know what that person's going through. They're having trouble paying their bills, having trouble putting gas in the car. And you just probably have made their entire month. So it's just important it's part of giving back to the community.
Well, George, we're just about out of time. I thank you, sir, for calling in and sharing that love with us here on the Chapters Wrap Drive Time Live on the radio show on Tan Talk Network. And it's a half-hour show now, guys, so we're going to speed it along. But I must say, I have to give a shout-out to a family, the Matranga family. They lost, Grace lost her mom, Serafina Guardati, beautiful, beautiful person who has a beautiful, beautiful family. Grace was in one of our Bat Boys shows in the past. She's a wonderful singer. She's a good friend of mine. And God bless her family, the Guardati family, the Matranga family, Grace, and God bless Serafina. She's been an inspiration to so many people in the New York area. So we want to thank Grace for offering that support and love on the show here and being a part of the Bat Boy family. And look, we're out of time, but we have a show coming right up, Worth the Price of Admission, with Jill Martin. So you don't want to touch that channel. Stay on the network here, Tan Talk Network. Let's check out Jill Martin's debut show, right now.